We often assume that the person speaking the loudest is the one in control. In most rooms, there is a constant pressure to fill silence with self-promotion, as if the volume of our words determines the weight of our ideas. This is the reality for Ravi. He possesses the highest technical expertise in his department, yet his contributions are routinely drowned out. To his colleagues, his intelligence is a secondary detail because it lacks a delivery system. Respect is rarely handed to those who wait for it, but it isn't reserved for the loudest talkers either. Many of the most persuasive figures rely on specific, counterintuitive behaviors that redirect the energy of a room without raising their voice. Communication is a skill that can be broken down and practiced. When applied correctly, these habits turn quiet knowledge into a directive that people actually follow. The human brain is designed to filter out repetitive stimuli. When someone speaks without interruption, the listener's minds eventually categorize the sound as background noise, similar to a humming air conditioner. True authority often stems from withholding words. By speaking less, you increase the perceived value of every sentence you eventually utter. Before responding to a challenge, wait 3 seconds. Check your thoughts. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it respectful? After delivering your point, pause. This silence forces the other person to mentally process what you just said. A manager once sat with a distressed employee for 10 minutes without offering a single piece of advice. By simply remaining silent and attentive, he allowed the employee to talk through the crisis until the employee discovered the solution himself. The manager didn't fix the problem. He provided the space for the employee to do it. Silence demonstrates a level of self-possession that talking can never replicate. Most people are preoccupied with their own status and their own problems. They spend conversations waiting for their turn to speak, rather than listening to the person in front of them. Using a person's name provides an immediate jolt of recognition. It signals that you aren't just broadcasting information, you are acknowledging their specific identity. We usually try to impress others by listing our accomplishments. The paradox of focus suggests the opposite. You become more interesting to others by becoming more interested in them. If you ask someone how their day was, you get a script. If you ask what the most surprising part of their day was, you get a story. These questions move past surface-level data, creating a genuine link between people. When you give someone your full attention and validate their perspective, you become the most memorable person in their day. Our brains form impressions of status and reliability within milliseconds of meeting someone, often before the first sentence is finished. We naturally lean toward people who match our energy. By subtly mirroring the posture and pacing of the person you're talking to, you create a subconscious sense of alignment and safety. Flattery is easy to spot because it usually feels like a transaction. Genuine praise is different because it focuses on something the other person actually values about themselves. Instead of praising a successful project, praise the specific late-night research or the unique logic that made the project possible. This shows you were actually paying attention to the work, not just the result. Your body language and your ability to offer specific validation determine whether your words are heard or ignored. Ravi didn't overhaul his personality overnight. He started by using names in the hallway and pausing for 3 seconds before answering questions in meetings. He stopped competing for airtime and started asking questions that forced his teammates to explain their own reasoning. Over several months, his colleagues stopped talking over him and started looking to him to anchor the conversation. His technical skills were the same as they had always been, but his presence finally felt reliable. When the department needed a new manager, the team viewed him as the natural choice because he was the only one who seemed to truly understand everyone's perspective. In a world filled with people fighting to be heard, the person who actually listens becomes a rare and valuable resource. High-stakes decisions are rarely based on who has the most data. They are based on who we trust to interpret that data. These habits aren't about winning a conversation. They are about building the trust necessary for your ideas to take root. When people feel respected, the barriers to influence simply disappear.